Of course there are shortcuts when it comes to fitness. Anything that makes it easier to perform the necessary work will enable you to get better results in less time.
I want to give you a little story, kind of explain like an analogy of how I see a lot of things within diet and exercise, especially with diet, especially with weight loss and stuff like that. Imagine if like you came in, you went into your ear doctor's and you said, "Doc, I'm getting these headaches, there's ringing in my ears, my hearing is kind of fading out a little bit, something's wrong, something's not going on quite right." And the doc takes one look at you and is like, "I know what the problem is. You're wearing those damn earbuds that are so popular with the kids these days. You know, you're listening to your iPod, and so many people right now are listening to these iPods, and the speakers are right against the ears, and they're blaring their music, and hearing problems and stuff are skyrocketing, so don't listen to your iPod." You're like, "Well, all right." So you take your iPod and you throw it, you know, in the back of your drawer and everything like that, and you're like, "Really miss my iPod. I really kind of miss doing that." And then you go to a party, someone brings out a boombox, and it's like, "That's great, that's awesome. Yeah, it runs off my iPod." And you're like, "Oh, I've got to leave. I can't listen to iPods. It's causing hearing problems. There's an iPod on that thing." And then someone says, "Here, I got an idea for you. There's this other company out there, you know, like Sony or whatever. They make little music players too, but it's not an iPod. So now you can listen to your music and everything, but you're getting around the no iPod rule." So you're like, "That's great." So you go and you buy one of these things, you spend extra money, and then your hearing problems are coming back and stuff. You go back to a different doctor, like he didn't know what he was talking about. You go to a different doctor, and it's like, "No, it's not the fact that it's an iPod or anything. It's the fact that you're listening to this hard rock and roll. You like your Anthrax and your Metallica and your Korn and everything like that. So you can't listen to that music." And it's the whole, not all decibels are the same, let's say. Okay, so it's like, you can listen to your iPod, but you can't listen to Metallica. It's like, "Oh crap, all right, what do I listen to? Oh, smooth jazz," let's say. It's like, "I don't like smooth jazz. I don't want to listen to smooth jazz." Well, okay, so then you go and you're lamenting to your friends. It's like, "Yeah, it's okay. Some smooth jazz is okay. I like it. It's all right, but it's not Metallica or anything." So then your friends are like, no. It's not the fact that it's smooth jazz or whatever. It's like, it's not those decibels. It's these other decibels and stuff that you need to listen to." And you just keep going on this runaround of, what rule do I follow? What ones are important? And every time you think you're making progress, you find a way around that rule to still listen to things the way you want to listen to. And this is what's going on with food within our fitness culture, and to some degree exercise as well. You learn this food rule, it sucks for a little bit, but then you figure out some way around that rule so that you can still enjoy what you want and satisfy those appetites, but you're no longer sticking to that rule. But it's because you went around it and you're still doing something that's not fulfilling the root cause of what's causing your hearing issue. And meanwhile, there's guys like me saying, "Look, you can listen to an iPod, you can listen to Metallica, you can listen to whatever you want, however you want and stuff. It's the volume that's too high." And it's like, "No, that's too simple." But the thing is, this is exactly the rule that we're after. Okay, because if you understand it is the volume that's causing the problems, then you get to listen to whatever you want. You can listen to it on whatever device. You can listen to it however you like, whatever. It's the volume. If you just decrease the volume a little bit, you get to do everything else that you want, follow all the rules, you know, you get to say to hell with all of those restrictive rules, just do whatever you want and decrease the volume a little bit, and it goes directly after the root cause of the problem, but you can still listen to your music and stuff. This is what is going on with our diet industry. You know, saying something like, "Oh, it's conventionally grown apples that are the problem," is no different than saying, "Well, you just can't listen to the iPod, but you can listen to a different MP3 player." It's causing you to spend more resources on things, and if you get around that rule, then you're no longer affecting the root cause of what's really causing the problem. So now you've just basically made it a pain in the ass, and you're still back to where you were before to begin with. So volume is the key, you know, in all things with diet and everything. You can have anything you want. You can have whatever you want, whenever you want and everything, but it's the volume that is causing both the problem and the solution towards things. And we have to get outside of this idea of, well, all, decibels are the same, are different, and, hard rock decibels are different than smooth jazz decibels and stuff like that. It's still all just energy. All right, I'm rambling on. Till then, be fit, live free.